regardless of where you fall in an economic scale or even in a scale of access, you do have, in my view, a right to be able to at least get at the books. And right now that's not happening. Founding Libros Schmebros was in response to a very specific place, Boyle Heights, and to a very specific set of needs. And I can think of two. The first is not enough books. The second is a community craving good reading. That said, I'd like to believe that we can bring books back to the center of the community, where there just aren't the same points of access to information and to reading. And when I use the phrase book justice, it means all of that. It means everything.
My name is Joey. I was born and was raised in Boyle Heights. I've lived here all my life. When I was young, growing up, I liked the library. Malabar Library was right next to Evergreen Recreational Center. I used to like reading the books, looking at the books. I like books that display graffiti, art, design, beautiful artistry. From reading, I learn a lot. I learn a lot of what I consider reality, different ways of thinking. You know, I learn about different people. Learn about cultures. Learn about deaf culture, different culture, and that's what I learned. When I think of Boyle Heights, I think of good people, good work, you know, help together, people together, helping one another. I think of community and homes, everybody, community in the neighborhood, looking out for each other together. My heart's here. This is me. I grew up here. This is who I am.
Boyle Heights is a curious place. You know, there's a little bit of bohemian. It has a little bohemian aspect to it. And there's also a big immigrant population. And I usually go to places like that to feel like home where I come from. And it is not a place, as far as I know, for a lot of culture. Not culture for the people, but for a few people. And whoever had the idea to open this place, you know, it's an experiment with goodwill. And I hope that it works out. It's gold because it's like discovering a mine with gold in the middle of nowhere. Because if you go outside, you would never imagine that there is this place in here.
I was going to the park, and my daughter stays over here on this side, Boyle Heights, and so I picked up my daughter. We go to the park over here in Hollenbeck Park, so go back and forth, and I saw this place open little by little. Just saw some very interesting people open up this store, and it was kind of not the usual people you see here in Boyle Heights, so it was like, wow, what's going to happen to this corner, you know? I hope it's something good, you know? It's really rare to see bookstores in East LA or Boyle Heights. I came by, I checked it out, and then they're like going for $1, so it's like, whoa, you know? So let's see what I can find. Usually I go looking for books on healing and symbology, sociology, just on helping myself to help others.
Cuando mis hijos empezaron a ir a la escuela, a la primaria, después secundaria, y vi las oportunidades que tenían de educarse académicamente, pues estaba yo más contento con mi familia y les empecé a aconsejar, estudien, aprovechen las oportunidades. Yo no tuve esas oportunidades en Jalisco. Y así fue como, pues, gracias a Dios, me escucharon y se motivaron. Y actualmente ellos se graduaron hasta del colegio y tienen sus trabajos que les permite vivir un poco mejor sus condiciones de vida. Yo creo que está haciendo un bien a la comunidad porque hasta uno de adulto puede venir a buscar algún libro que le interese, instruirse. Los padres que ahorita tienen hijos pequeños pueden traerlos, o hasta que ya no estén muy pequeños, adultos también. Para mí que el lugar está haciendo algo positivo por la comunidad.
I think it's a project in urbanism of a certain sort. It's certainly one that is working toward literacy and working toward what I love to call book justice, which is, especially in Boyle Heights, in a community where there isn't enough to read, it's stepping in the way that the food justice movement steps in, and it's supplying a real need. I mean, I think we can start talking about a concept called book deserts. And I think Boyle Heights is a prime example of what I'm talking about. And if you can't get books, if you don't have internet access, and internet access is not widely available in Boyle Heights, where do you read? Where do you get your information? You've got to have a physical book. And, you know, there's a real economics to the argument that says, oh, books are dead, books are gone, everyone has Kindles. Well, no, they don't. Only in affluent areas. And even so, I still think there's arguments for the book, but even so. And so I see us ultimately as working not only in an artistic way, but in a political way. I see this as the cornerstone of democracy, that you have the access to read and that you have a right to, that it's the right of every thinking soul. It's your birthright that you can sit down with a piece of literature. It doesn't have to be a fact-filled document. I think this is how our brains work. I think this is how we are made. We're made to engage with art and the world around us. Books and a place like Libros is about that engagement.
And I think that's ultimately what a great community bookstore is. It's not just a place to get books, but it's a place to talk to people and meet people and learn. And so that's one of the reasons this impressed me so much, is that it really is part of the community and aspires to be an important part of the community.
And I come here to feel good because I said, like I said, Tower Record is gone. Borders Books is gone. And I used to go there every day, my weekends when I was off work, just to walk around and enjoy, feel the atmosphere, la atmósfera, enriquecerme. So this is for me food.
What is always and ever there is a kind of incredible potential, and that potential is for someone to come in and find something inspirational. There's a kind of self-reflection and a kind of building of intelligence and building of sense of self that happens when you give yourself permission to browse and to think and to look around and to imagine, who you'll be if you read this book.